after a surprisingly unsatisfying 4-1 victory over a top Western Conference team. The Philadelphia Flyers returned to practice today on Friday. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Sports, reporting from the Voorhees Flyers Training Center to talk to you about what happened today at Flyers practice, namely sifting through the remains of their 4-1 victory over the Winnipeg Jets on Thursday night. Now, in that game, the Flyers dominated the first 20 minutes, played exactly the way they wanted to play. Final 40, only 8 shots on goal. John Tortorella delivered a vintage 1 minute and 4 second post-game press conference showcasing his dissatisfaction for how they played. So today, unsurprisingly, it was a tough practice. They practiced for about an hour, longer than usual. Maybe just a way for Tortorella to let the guys know that, that wasn't our best game. And I talked to Travis Sanheim after practice. He acknowledged that those final 40 minutes, not who they are, is what he said. And I asked him more or less, look, you guys beat a really good team. In October, would you have had the same reaction if you beat the Winnipeg Jets, that you win 4-1 against a team that has legitimate designs on a Stanley Cup, just traded away a first-round pick for Sean Monahan, and you come away a bit annoyed at yourself? Does this speak to increased expectations in the room? And he said to a degree, but really what it is that they know how well they can play in a full 60-minute game, and that is not the performance they provided over the final 40. John Tortorella, when we spoke to him after practice, more or less said he's already turned the page. He made it clear that the final 40 minutes in his mind were not acceptable despite the outcome, but he's not even talking about that game anymore. He's focused on tomorrow's game, which will be at 7 p.m. against the Seattle Kraken. Old pal Dave Haxtell behind the bench for the Kraken. The main piece of news coming out today, though, about the goalie. So, again, John Tortorella praised Sam Ersson after practice today. He said that Sam Ersson was the team's best player on Thursday night. Definitely was the case for the final 40 minutes, without a doubt. I do think that the nature of Travis Konecny's incredible first period, getting a Gordie Howe hat trick in a little over 4 minutes of ice time, that's the reason why I gave him the #1 star. But I get Tortorella's point that Ersson was the best player over the course of the entire game. He was my #2 star for that reason. The thing is this. Sam Ersson now has appeared in the last 8 games for the Flyers. He started the last 6. Yes, you do have the All-Star break in between breaking those up, but they're starting to give Sam Ersson a lot of starts. And while they've been open that he is the #1 with Carter Hart's status now probably out, we're not even worried about the status of Carter Hart at this point, given everything that he's dealing with, to be honest. Given that, Sam Ersson is going to get the bulk of the starts the rest of the way. But how many starts? Is he going to start pretty much every game? In February, the Flyers don't have a back-to-back. The schedule is more spaced out. So is it possible that Sam Ersson could play pretty much every game? Well, I talked to John Tortorella about that today. He said they have a plan to get Cal Petersen in games the rest of this month. Obviously, Ersson's still going to get the bulk, but it does not seem like they are just going to ride Sam Ersson to the ground. He said they're very cognizant of not wanting to overwork Ersson. I'm curious if Cal Petersen gets in one of these next 2 games. They play Seattle, not that great of a team, probably not making the playoffs. Then they play Arizona, also not a very good team, definitely not making the playoffs. I wonder if Cal Petersen either gets in Saturday's game or gets in the game against the Coyotes, because my guess is they're going to want to have Ersson against Toronto next Thursday, and then obviously you would assume Sam Ersson will get the start for the outdoor game in North Jersey at MetLife Stadium against the New Jersey Devils. That's coming up, so if you haven't got your tickets and you want to go, you're running out of time, but we'll be there, PHLY, covering the game, and we'll see who starts in goal. But my guess is that they're going to want to reward Sam Ersson for all the hard work he's done this year and the major step that he's taken in his professional career. That's pretty much all I have for today. I'll be back tomorrow with my post-practice update after a morning skate before the 7 p.m. game against the Kraken, and I'll have lines, projected starters, and all the details from the players and John Tortorella from here in Voorhees. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
We all silly like the mayor.